Welcome to A Woman's Work, where you'll find ways to go from surviving to thriving while balancing the demands of womanhood in today's society.
Hello, and welcome to the show. This is your host, Samara James, coming to you to share from my heart to yours once again on this beautiful Sunday. I'm glad to be with you guys again, and I have a quick episode for you today about finding your soul tribe. So like I normally do, I'll start with definitions. What exactly is a soul tribe? The definition that I have for it now is the group of people surrounding you that are moving you towards the vision of your life that you've created for yourself. So they're people who move you in the direction that you want to go in. Lately, I've been coming across a lot of people who are trying to create a better version of themselves, but they're having a hard time dealing with their relationships because a lot of those relationships have an energy that keeps them stuck or keeps them frustrated or holds them back or makes it difficult for them to stay motivated to move toward their goals. And so they're looking for people that will better support them. Well, one of the barriers to being able to attract those kind of people into your life is worrying about how others perceive you. So a lot of times we continue in relationships and we maintain connections because of certain values that we hold. Like, because you've known someone for a long time or because that person has been there for you in a certain capacity, you feel obligated to maintain a certain level of connection. One thing that has helped me is understanding the difference between being supportive of another person and having a deep connection where that person actually has an influence over the choices that you make and how you feel. So I found that I can maintain a loving connection with someone who may not be supportive of the vision that I have for my life while keeping detached when it comes to allowing those people or that person to influence my choices, my outlook, and all those different things. Another obstacle to attracting the kind of people that help you move towards your goals is not having a clear vision of what it is that you want for yourself. And sometimes this can come from adopting the vision that others have for your life. So taking on a persona or taking on goals that match something that you think others expect. Once you go deep within and understand your true desires, your true makeup, your true strengths, and then you take that information and you create a vision that suits you, that leads you towards excitement and joy, then you can create a solid vision, and making an effort to move toward that vision will naturally attract people into your life that will help you move towards that vision. Another huge obstacle to attracting positive people into your life or people that move you towards your goals is not believing that the people exist. Sometimes when you learn who you are and you create this grand vision, you decide what it is that would bring you joy, it's unbelievable even to you. And so sometimes you don't think that you're good enough, or you don't think that there are people in your immediate vicinity who can help you move towards those goals. So you limit yourself. You're not on the lookout for those people or for the Creator delivering those people into your life. The remedy for that is understanding what's possible. If you've been given a vision for your life, that means that the universe will supply you with everything that you need to move towards that vision, including supportive people or people who can get on board with you and support what it is that you believe in. Once you've gotten rid of the disbelief, once you've accepted or even experienced that there are people out there who will be on board with you 100%, who will bring nothing but positivity into your life and spur you towards your vision, then you got to start being on the lookout for those people moving into your life. And another obstacle that can come once you've gotten to that stage is being afraid of letting people go once you discover that they're not right for you or that they're not people that you want to develop a certain type of connection with. I know for me, hurting someone else is the last thing that I would ever want to do. And sometimes when you break connection with someone, or when you change the type of connection that you have with someone, it can be hurtful for that person. The thing that helped me was understanding that sometimes pain spurs growth. Pain usually spurs growth and is followed by some type of healing. So even if we, in trying to be our best selves, in trying to move towards the greater good or the outcome that we think is best, even if we end up hurting someone's feelings, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I know it sounds simple, but it was one of my biggest obstacles. And for me, what happened was I would keep people in my life just because I didn't want to push them away and hurt them. And at the same time, I would be slowing myself down from moving towards my goal or my vision or even the state of mind. Sometimes it's not about moving towards a goal. It's just about wanting to maintain a certain state of mind. For me, that state of mind is peace. Peace, relaxation, joy, excitement about the things that I'm doing. I like to stay in that frame of mind. And I've had to make it a priority to do that by putting that before my fear of hurting other people. And then I had to dig deep and understand that my fear of hurting other people really wasn't about other people. It was about me being concerned about how those people perceived me. I had a problem with being perceived as someone who's mean. But now that I've gotten over that, the funniest thing has happened. You know, when I was worried about what other people felt as a result of my actions, I was seen as weak. And now that I don't make that such a high priority, I'm not saying that I don't think about it or that I don't consider other people's feelings, but now that it's not a top priority, I've gained the respect and understanding of the people that I've had to work on my connections with. There's a lot of stuff floating around out there about getting rid of toxic people. And the sentiment is that if somebody's making you feel bad, you should just get rid of them. And that is not what I'm talking about in this episode. What I'm talking about is similar to when you're on a plane and they tell you you've got to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. And I believe that as individuals, we have to be in a certain state of mind. We have to be secure in ourselves and in our mental state before we can offer anything of value to anyone else. And so what I'm saying here is it's important that you prioritize having a certain state of mind, having that peace, having that joy, having that excitement, so that you then have it available to give as support to the people who are around you. And so what I'm talking about here is just managing your connections, right? Like I said before, only allowing certain people who are moving you towards that state of mind to influence your being, to influence your choices, to influence your energy in any way, and having others that you want to remain connected to just in a certain place with you, so that once you have gained all that you can gain from those positive relationships, you do still have something to offer to the other people that are a part of your life. But put your mask on first, or you won't be able to give anything to anyone else. The overall message that I'm trying to get across today is that if you want to attract certain people into your life, if you want to look around you and be pleased with the connections that you have, knowing that everyone that you're deeply connected to is supporting your dreams and visions, you, number one, have to create that dream and vision. And then you have to make it a priority to keep the state of mind required to move towards that vision that you have for yourself. Everything else will fall into place. You just have to take down a level the importance that you place on how you're perceived by other people. I have another episode about acceptance that kind of goes along those same lines. The part I think that was missing from that episode is the vision part. If you don't have a vision of how you want your life to be, it makes it difficult to make decisions about how to shape your connections with others and how to make sure that you're surrounded by the people that match your vision. That's all I have for you guys today. I'm keeping it short and sweet, and I hope you guys enjoy your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks so much for listening in. If you like or even love what you're hearing, the best way to make sure this information reaches other women looking to experience more joy is to review and subscribe. If the things you've heard have made any impact in your life at all, leave a quick note saying what you love about the show. It could be your act of gratitude for the day, and it's your way of saying thank you for all the insight provided every week. Remember to check us out for more life design tools, tips, and tricks at highfrequencywoman.com.